God continues the Bible motivation. Money in your pocket now. The ultimate guide to unlocking your secret source of wealth. The snap, when you feel you deserve more and the universe agrees. You know that day when you wake up and think, enough, I know I deserve more than this. It's not like a tantrum. It's more like a feeling deep down, a quiet certainty that your financial life can be much better. If this penny has already dropped for you, or if it's dropping now as you read this, you can celebrate. This snap is no coincidence. It's as if the universe, God, life, whatever you want to call it, is giving you a nudge like, hey, sure, let's unlock that abundance there. Think of it this way. Inside you, there's a huge potential, like a sleeping financial superhero. And this moment, this feeling that there's something more for me, is the alarm clock ringing. It's a VIP invitation for you to rewrite your story with money, to stop being a supporting actor and become the main star of your prosperity. And the coolest part? The entire universe is rooting for you, ready to send you smoke signals with incredible opportunities. Many times, we get used to having to make ends meet, with just enough to pay the bills. But here's a secret. This doesn't have to be your reality forever. The idea of extra money appearing out of nowhere, of doors opening like magic, may seem like something out of a movie, right? But the truth is that these miracles happen when we flip the switch inside us, in our minds and hearts. Imagine that the universe is like a gigantic buffet, full of wonderful things, including money and opportunities. But sometimes we go to this buffet with a small plate of dessert, thinking that we don't deserve more or afraid of taking too much. Our beliefs, like money is dirty or rich people don't go to heaven, who hasn't heard one of those, act like foggy glasses. We can't see all the delights that are there available. But what if you cleaned those glasses? What if you took the biggest plate on the buffet, certain that there's enough for everyone and that you deserve to serve yourself well? This is exactly what this inner calling invites you to do. Financial transformation does not begin with a new job or winning the lottery, although that can happen too. It begins with internal cleanup, dusting off your beliefs and making room for something new. Have you ever stopped to think about the dirt on your financial glasses? Those phrases you've heard all your life about money that are perhaps preventing you from seeing the feast? Here's the thing. You are not a leaf in the wind, waiting for luck to strike. You are the gardener of your own life, and the seed of prosperity is already there inside you. Now, it's time to water the seed with positive thoughts, with a certainty that you are capable and worthy. Prosperity is not a VIP club for a select few. It is your birthright. The doors that seem locked will start to open, not because you broke them down, but because you found the right key, your new mindset. This is your moment to awaken the master of money that exists within you. Believe me, the universe not only agrees with your desire for a better life, but is also ready to give you extraordinary strength. All you need to do is say, yes, I want it, with all the strength in your heart. So, let's make this magic happen together. Think about it. What is the first small action you can take today to start cleaning your financial glasses? Share with us in the comments if you feel like it, or write it down for yourself. The faith that makes money appear. How to shield your mind against the things that IT won't work. Okay, you've already felt the call. You've already understood that you deserve more. Now, let's talk about the secret fuel that will make your internal money machine work at full steam. Faith. And don't worry, I'm not talking about becoming a monk or spending the day praying unless you want to, of course. I'm talking about a different kind of faith, an animal trust that what you want will happen. It's like when you order a pizza. You don't call the pizzeria every 5 minutes asking if it's going to arrive, right? You trust that it's coming. With money and prosperity, it's the same thing. The problem is that many people want pizza, money, the good life, but deep down, they think that the delivery guy will get lost, that the pizza will arrive cold, or that they don't even have money to pay. In other words, the person asks for abundance, but continues to feed the fear and cruel doubt. It's like trying to drive a car with the handbrake on. You accelerate, it makes noise, but it doesn't move. This is where turbocharged faith comes in. It's not just saying I want to be rich. It's feeling deep down that you're already on the right path, that good things are already being prepared for you. This faith has the power to reset your mind, to banish those annoying thoughts of, "Oh, this isn't for me," or "I'll never make it." It's a choice. Will you listen to the voice of fear or to the voice of your intuition, which is screaming that you can do it? Think about Olympic athletes. They train for years and years, visualizing victory millions of times before it happens. They have unshakable faith in themselves and in the process. It's the same with money. When you focus on what you want and not on what you lack, when you imagine yourself living the life of your dreams, you start to vibrate at a different frequency. And guess what? The universe loves this frequency. It starts sending you opportunities, the right people, and brilliant ideas that match your new vibe. Have you ever tried closing your eyes for a minute and imagining yourself living the financial life you've always wanted? How would you feel? What would you be doing? Give it a try. This idea that your needs will be met is not just idle talk. It's a law of nature, but it needs your help. You're tuning in. If your thoughts, feelings, and that little voice inside are all on the same page, believing that the money is coming, that solutions will appear. Bingo! You become a magnet for good things. Just imagine waking up tomorrow to a message on WhatsApp with that dream job offer, or receiving a call with news that will change your financial game, or having a brilliant idea for a new business. This is not luck from beyond. It is a result of your faith in action. What you say today, with that certainty that sends shivers down your spine, begins to build your reality tomorrow, and sometimes faster than ramen noodles in the microwave. Every word you say with this conviction is like a powerful seed. When you say the money is coming, I am prosperous, opportunities find me, you're sending a clear message to the universe. I am ready. It is like tuning into your favorite radio station. You can't see the waves, but when you find the right station, the music plays. Your faith is the button that tunes into the radio of abundance. Trust that the solutions you need, the money you want, are already moving in your direction, like a river flowing to the sea. Doubt is the noise that gets in the way of the music. Faith is the crystal clear sound. Open your heart to this truth. You don't need to understand with your head how everything will happen. You just need to feel with your heart that IT will. This is the first and most powerful step to unlocking the source of wealth that exists within you. Which thought about things that won't work out do you choose to kick to the curb today and replace with a powerful affirmation of faith about your financial life? Write it down and repeat it to yourself several times a day. Remember, faith isn't just believing that things will work out. It's living as if IT has already had. It's feeling the joy of achievement before it even arrives. And that energy, my friend, is invincible. The Wealth GPS. How to program your mind to attract money and the universe to obey. So, are you ready to become the master Yoda of your own fortune? Because that's what we're going to talk about now. How to program your mind, your internal GPS, to take you straight to the address of wealth. And the coolest part? The universe is like a super obedient app driver. It follows the coordinates you set. When we seek a turnaround in our financial life, the first step is to realize the extent of our power. Yes, yourself. You have a force inside you capable of creating incredible things. And the universe, all this energy that surrounds us, is always ready to lend that support, to provide everything we need. The key to connecting this partnership, that smart faith which understands how magic happens. Think of it this way. If you trust that the sun will rise tomorrow, why doubt that the universe can help you with the money? Our truest desires, especially those that make us grow and be happier, are like little seeds. If we plant our positive mind in good soil and water it properly with faith and action, they will sprout. If your bills seem like a black hole, it's because you may not have turned on the turbo mode of your belief in the power of life to bring solutions. Remember, there is no problem so big that it cannot be solved by the strength of a focused mind and a confident heart. The universe is the source of all wealth, and believing that it can open paths where you only see walls is the first step to seeing magic happen in front of you. When we arrive on this journey with true faith, believing that good and unexpected things are coming, we are, in fact, changing our vibe. It's as if we were sending a signal to the universe. Hey, I'm here, ready to receive. You know that old saying, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. So, it's not just a catchphrase, it's an instruction manual. Asking is when we focus our intention, when we clearly define what we want, like, I want to pay off my debts and have X amount per month to live well. I will seek when we keep an eye on opportunities, when we learn new things, when we take action. Knocking on the door is when we act, when we take the first step, even with butterflies in our stomach. And the universe, which is super generous, responds to this clarity and this attitude, often in ways we never imagined. It's like the rain that makes plants grow. When we activate the energy of money with our faith, life showers us with gifts. And the words we speak with conviction, they don't get lost in the air. No, they create waves of energy that help shape what will happen. What is your most important request from the universe today regarding your financial life? Be specific. Write it down with all the details. If you really believe that your financial situation can turn around, that a new era of money in your pocket can start today, shout out. You can do it mentally if there are people around. Oh, I believe in my financial turnover. Feel this phrase vibrate within you. And as you say it, stick it in your heart. Abundance is already mine. The money I need is coming. This is not diluting yourself. It is upgrading your mental software. You are exchanging the old files if I don't have for brand new files if I have, and will have even more. My God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. Numbers 23:19. Faith is a password that unlocks the vault of wealth that the universe has already saved for you. Remember that biblical passage that, translated into our daily lives, is pure law of attraction? Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have already received, and so it will be. Pay attention to the already received. It is not that you will receive. It is to feel the joy, the gratitude, as if the pics had already been deposited in your account before it even arrived. When you ask, when you focus your energy with this anticipated certainty, you boost the power of faith, and the universe, life, God, as you prefer, responds to this vibration. So, lift your head today with total confidence. Know that just by reading this, focusing your energy here, your order of prosperity has already been dispatched. Declare with all your strength that any money problem is being resolved now. That bill that keeps you up at night, that annoying debt, that need that seemed huge, trust in the power of your faith, combined with action to resolve all of this. The universe is faithful to its own laws. Many people before you have seen money suddenly appear and have had incredible financial turnarounds just because they dare to believe and got their hands dirty. What money problem do you decide to let go of and trust that the solution is already on the way? Starting now, declare that you will be the next success story. As you visualize your goals, imagine doors opening, opportunities popping up, money arriving from unexpected sources. The same intelligence that has helped so many people is helping you now. The money you are waiting for is already on its way, being prepared behind the scenes of life. If you feel in your heart that your blessing is coming, say with desire, my victory is coming, and hold on to this faith like someone holding on to the last piece of chocolate. Faith removes mountains of doubt and fear from the path. Today, choose to hand over all concerns about your financial future to this greater force. Align your heart with what is best of your life, and trust that you will have everything you need, because prosperity is your natural state. You were born to shine, and that includes having an enviable financial life in a good way, of course. So, are you ready to program your GPS for the route to wealth? The dance of faith in action, preparing for Prosperity Show and getting your VIP ticket. So, are you ready for the big prosperity dance? Because it's no use just dreaming about the party. We need to get ready. Put on our best mental outfit, of course, and learn a few steps. The journey to having more money is like a dance. One foot in faith, believing that the music will be good, and the other in action, hitting the dance floor. Believing that your financial life is changing for the better is the warm-up. But this belief needs to come along with the willingness to move, to go after the opportunities that this new mentality will show you. Faith without action is like having the ticket to the show of the year and staying home watching TV. It has all the potential, but it doesn't happen. While we wait for the magic of money to happen that we have already activated with our intention and faith, it is super important to keep our antennas tuned. It's not about being anxious and biting your nails, but rather about paying relaxed attention, like a good detective, looking for clues and signs that the universe sends. You know those coincidences that don't seem like coincidences at all? That idea that comes out of nowhere, that person you meet by chance and gives you a golden tip? They are the smoke signals of the universe. Before, with our minds full of worries, we didn't even notice them. Now, with the mind of a rich person, we catch them in the air. Life will guide you to the right steps, but we need to have the courage to take the first step, to get off the couch, to try something new, always with faith as our GPS. It is in this movement, in this courage to risk a different step, that we see prosperity unfolding, like a red carpet being rolled out for us. Can you remember any recent coincidence that, if you look closely, could have been a little sign from the universe trying to give you a hint about money or opportunities? Think about it. Another very important step in this dance is gratitude. Being grateful is not just saying thank you when we receive a gift. It is feeling deep down in our hearts a joy for everything good that we already have, even the little things. And the craziest thing? When we give thanks before the big bucks arrive, it is as if we are saying to the universe, "Send me more, I'm loving it." The more we truly give thanks for our health, for our family, for a sunny day, for learning from a hardship, the more the universe seems to want to give us reasons to be grateful. It is like a boomerang. You give gratitude, more good things come back to you. If you are ready to get moving and receive all the good things that the universe has in store for you, declare with desire, "I am ready to receive my blessing." This phrase is not just lip service. It is a commitment on your part to be present, attentive, and willing to do your part in the dance prosperity. When a big change is about to happen, life usually sends us spoilers. It could be a piece that you feel out of nowhere, even in the middle of the rush. It could be that phone call you weren't expecting with a cool proposal, an accidental encounter that opens a new door for you, a book that falls into your lap with the answer you needed. It could also be a very real dream, a strong intuition, or a series of coincidences that make it clear that something big is taking shape. Learn to pick up on these signs. They're like winks from the universe saying, "Go for it, Taffrel." In them, you'll see that your transformation is already underway, even if the full show hasn't started yet. Always remember, there's a very clever intelligence working behind the scenes of life, organizing everything according to the vibe you send through your thoughts and feelings. Your financial breakthrough is already on ITS way. And as you continue to trust, keep your faith high and act when your intuition tells you to. You will see things happening in a way that will leave you speechless. Keep talking about your blessings as if they were already real. Keep an eye on the signs. And know, with a certainty that needs no explanation, that money and opportunities are not far away. They are right there, just around the corner, waiting for you to take the next step in the dance. Move forward with faith and expect the unexpected. The good things in life, when we change inside, do arrive, often when we least expect it, but always at the right time. This journey is not just about repeating phrases. It is about becoming a new person who truly believes in their power. By trusting in the universe and in your ability to create your reality, you open the floodgates for a river of money and good things to invade your life. Keep these truths warm in your heart. Continue to believe with full force and be ready to receive. Wealth in all its forms is already coming to your private party. What is the first little dance step, a small action you will take today towards your financial dreams? Share this energy. Multiply. Hey, future magnate of kindness. Have you ever stopped to think that being truly rich isn't just about having a mountain of money stored in a safe, gathering dust? The coolest thing about prosperity is when it overflows, when you have so much that you can spread this good energy around, helping other people to shine too. It's like having a magical water fountain. The more water you take to give to others, the more the fountain flows. This is the vision of wealth that is good for the soul and the wallet, wealth that becomes a giant billboard showing the world how incredible life can be when we believe and share. So, let's make a pact with the universe. Declare with all your strength, as if you were signing the contract for your new life. This is not the last time I'm going to have a top financial turnaround. The waterfall of money that is starting to flow today will increase more and more in my life, and the word perenge will disappear from my dictionary. This isn't being conceited, okay? It's having a huge amount of confidence in the generosity of the universe and in your ability to tap into this never-ending flow of abundance. And the trick is this: when you plan to always have more than enough, not to show off, but to be a channel of help, your prosperity becomes a rocket. It grows nonstop because it's connected to the laws of giving and receiving. If you had some extra money today, who would be the first person or cause you would help, even if just a little? This reflection will already start to tune you into the energy of generosity. For this source of abundance to flow nonstop, we need to clean out our mental water tank. You know, those crooked ideas we've heard all our lives and that stick like chewing gum? Like, money doesn't bring happiness, right? Or does the lack of it bring a lot of unhappiness? For one to win, another has to lose. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. The time has come to grab the squeegee and send these limiting beliefs down the drain. With the authority of someone who controls their own mind, say a no to these lies and declare your new truth, loud and clear, or in your mind, if you prefer. Money will come to me easily, in unexpected ways and in large quantities. From now on, this is not just a phrase. It's a good spell that you are casting. Say goodbye to the poor me mentality and embrace the consciousness of a rich guy of goodness. Choose to see prosperity not as a distant lottery prize, but as your birthright. You are a child of a universe that owns all the wealth in the world, visible and invisible. Choose to walk with your head held high, trusting that you will have everything you need and much more in ways you can't even dream of right now. This conscious choice is a superpower. Every chain of lack that was holding you back is breaking now that you have taken control of your life. Your name will no longer be synonymous with a red-hot account, but with blessing, opportunity, and generosity. Declare that abundance is taking the place of scarcity. From now on, you will live in a wave of endless prosperity. If you believe that the universe is giving your financial life a makeover, affirm with conviction. Scarcity is gone. Abundance is here to stay. Feel the lightness and joy of this new reality. Believe with every cell in your body that your financial miracle is on its way. The unexpected will change your daily life. Know that there are people being nudged by the universe to give you strength, to offer you that opportunity, to pay you what you owe, to give you a financial gift. Decree that new doors are opening. Invitations you can't refuse are arriving. That forgotten money, or that was owed to you, is coming back into your pocket. Your wealth is already coming, my dear, and nothing in this world can stop this avalanche of goodness when you are truly aligned with it. If you feel that your financial turnaround is closer than the next episode of your favorite series, declare with enthusiasm, "My wealth is materializing now," and feel the taste of this victory. Being a channel of abundance means first filling your own cup until it overflows, and then refreshing the world around you with your generosity. So, are you ready to be this new kind of millionaire? Prosperity without an expiry date. Building your financial castle, which lasts forever. Do you know that good feeling you get when you achieve something you really wanted? Well, it's the same with money. But the real masterstroke is not just having a burst of financial luck that disappears quickly, like beer foam. The trick is to build a never-ending flow of money, like a fountain that gushes prosperity today, tomorrow, and forever. When we seek a financial turnaround, the goal has to be bigger than just paying the monthly bills. We have to aim to create a legacy of wealth, a new reality where lack is just a funny memory from the past, and having enough and even leftovers is the norm in everyday life. So, let's make a special request to the universe with all the faith in your heart. May this tide of good things that is beginning now not be just a passing ripple, but the beginning of an ocean of prosperity that never dries up. Declare with the certainty of those who are building their own future. From the day on, the word lack no longer exists for me. My money will be constant. My financial pantry will always be full. I will always have more than I need. This is not being greedy, you know? It is aligning yourself with the super generous nature of the universe. And here comes the secret of the truly rich, the rich in soul too. And as I receive, I will share. The more I am blessed, the more I will be able to bless others. It's like a river. The water that flows becomes clean and gives life. Money that is idle gets moldy. Money that circulates multiplies. Know that your prosperity comes from a source that never runs out. Believe that the harvest you are about to reap will be so great that it will leave you speechless. Which closed doors in your financial life would you like to see open now? Visualize them opening wide. If you believe that the doors to money are opening for you because of your new vibe and your willingness to act, declare with enthusiasm, "The doors are opening for me." This phrase gives your luck a little push and attracts opportunities like a magnet. Understand that prosperity can come in 1,001 different ways. Today, ask the universe, your intuition, which is a voice of God/universe speaking softly to you, to give you brilliant ideas, smart strategies, and creative solutions that will lead you to a successful financial life that lasts. Seek not only the what, "I want more money," but also the how. How can I earn more money by doing what I love and helping others? Ask for intelligence to take good care of the money you already have and wisdom to make it multiply in an honest way that makes you happy. Ask to see clear paths to true prosperity, the kind that makes all areas of your life richer. And may your heart be illuminated with an animal vision for your financial future, a vision that gives you energy and shows you the direction. If you are ready to receive this wisdom from above and truly prosper, affirm with humility and confidence, "My mind is prosperous and enlightened." This declaration opens your channels to those brilliant insights that can change the game of your financial life overnight. Declare that your prosperity will not only be for you, but will overflow and water the gardens of others as well. I want to have enough to be able to help a lot of those in need. I want to receive not only for myself, but so that I can spread good things around. That's the spirit of it. Know that the more you give with joy and without expecting anything in return, be it your time, your knowledge, or financial help, the more you will receive. It's the law of the universe. You can bet on it. Your abundance will be a source of joy for your family, your friends, and even for people you don't even know. You will be a channel through which the blessings of the universe flow to touch and lift up other lives. If you want to be that person who makes a difference, who is a blessing in the lives of many, write or declare with all sincerity, "My prosperity will bless many people." This commitment to the greater good increases your power of attraction and ensures that the flow of good things in your life is always growing and full of meaning, building a legacy that goes far beyond money and will be marked in history by the good you have done. So, are you ready to build your castle of prosperity that no one can knock down? The magic of gratitude, the turbo button for your wealth factory. Imagine that your mind is a powerful factory capable of producing the reality of your dreams. Now, what if I told you that there's a turbo button in this factory, a secret activator that can multiply your production of happiness, success, and of course, financial prosperity? This magic button exists, and it is called gratitude. And the most incredible thing is that you don't have to wait until you have everything you want to start using it. In fact, the secret is just the opposite. Start being grateful now. Celebrate the flow of life for its inherent ability to provide, for the abundance that is already moving towards you, for the wealth that is being released to you at this very moment. Understand that gratitude goes far beyond a simple thank you. It is the master key that opens the floodgates to an even greater volume of blessings. When you give thanks in advance of the financial miracle that is coming, you are, in effect, tuning your vibration to that of achievement. It is as if you are saying to the universe, "I already feel prosperous. Send me more of this." When was the last time you stopped for a moment to feel genuine gratitude for something in your financial life? Even if it was small, how about doing it now? If you can already feel this gratitude pulsing, even before seeing all your financial goals achieved, declare with a warm heart, "Thank you, Source of Life, for my financial success that is already real." Feel the true emotion of this gratitude flooding your being. This practice has the power to raise your energy in an incomparable way. Trust firmly that, just as ancient stories tell the multiplication of seemingly scarce resources, your own resources, however small they may seem now, are being amplified. Every amount of money that comes into your hands, when received with a grateful heart and managed wisely, has the potential to multiply and grow. Visualize your savings growing, your investments flourishing, small sums of money turning into solid wealth. This doesn't happen by random magic, but by the law of attraction and multiplication, activated by your faith and, crucially, your gratitude. Trust in the power of the universe to multiply and know that it is working behind the scenes to orchestrate your financial breakthrough. If you believe that your wealth is multiplying at this moment because you are cultivating a state of faith and gratitude, affirm with conviction. My money multiplies and grows every day. This statement is a command to your subconscious mind and a clear signal to the universe of your positive and receptive expectation. End each moment of focus and intention with the absolute confidence that your request has been heard and is already being fulfilled. Your financial victory is assured in the energetic plane, the field where all things are created before they manifest in the physical. Your name is already associated with blessings, prosperity, and no longer with debt or scarcity. Your financial breakthrough has already been released into the realm of potentialities and is now materializing in your tangible life. You will walk in abundance, wealth, and prosperity because this is the natural design of life for those who consciously align themselves with its principles of flow and growth. Declare and decree with the authority of a co-creator of your reality. From this day forward, scarcity has no place in my life. If you feel the confirmation of this truth in your heart, affirm with power. My financial victory is now a fact. Believe that as you declare these words with faith and feeling, your financial blessings will manifest in ways that may go far beyond your current imagination. The ancient wisdom, present in many cultures, that speaks of a providing source that ensures that we lack nothing, is not only a beautiful concept, but promise of prosperity for those who connect with that source. It is to this promise that we cling. No more limitation, no more unnecessary struggle, only abundance, only provision. And as we walk with this active faith, we will see the promises of the universe manifest in our lives. May this moment of deep intention and realignment be the true starting point for your financial flourishing. And may you never know lack again. May the powerful energy of wealth, which the universe has already made available to you, be activated in its fullness. Open your heart and mind to fully receive every financial blessing that has been prepared for you. Recognize that you no longer need to resist prosperity or doubt your worthiness to receive abundance. Declare today, right now, that money is flowing into your life with ease from multiple sources, in ways you expect and in surprising positive ways. Trust that wonderful blessings are on their way. Doors that once seemed closed are now wide open because you are aligned with divine provision, with the abundant flow of the universe. If you are ready to embrace this flow of wealth, what small act of gratitude can you do today to enhance this energy? Think about it and act. Gratitude is the most powerful magnet for attracting more of what you already appreciate. The gift of managing and multiplying, becoming a master of your fortune and not a slave to it. Receiving a flood of money and opportunities is undoubtedly exciting, but the true art of lasting prosperity does not stop there. It lies in something equally crucial: knowing how to take good care of this wealth, how to manage it intelligently, and, most importantly, how to make it grow and multiply in a conscious and beneficial way. Think about it. What good is winning the lottery if, a year later, you are back to square one? Prosperity that lasts is that which is cultivated with discernment, responsibility, and a vision of the future. Therefore, while we open our hearts and minds to the abundant flow of wealth, it is essential that we seek the wisdom necessary to be excellent stewards of the blessings entrusted to us. It is not just about having, but about being someone capable of dealing with abundance in a constructive way. Humbly recognize that true prosperity is a dance of two: your intention and action on one side, and the intelligence and generosity of the universe on the other. Ask today, with sincerity and focus, for wisdom, clarity of mind, and deep understanding, so that you can manage your financial resources in a way that honors their source and serve your highest purpose and greatest good. May each financial seed you plant, whether it is a strategic investment, the launch of a new project, or even a well-directed act of generosity, produce an extraordinary harvest, multiply in ways that bless you and many others around you. Have you ever considered yourself the CEO of your financial life? What skills of a good manager would you like to develop or improve? Allow your financial decisions to be guided not only by cold logic, but also by your keenest intuition, that inner voice that often knows the best path. In this way, your wealth will not dissipate like smoke in the wind, but will continue to grow and expand, perhaps even beyond your most optimistic dreams today. If you ardently desire this wisdom to manage and multiply your fortune, declare firmly and purposefully, "I am a wise and skillful steward of my blessings." This affirmation anchors in you the identity of someone who not only attracts prosperity, but also cultivates, protects, and expands it masterfully. It is important to be honest with yourself, without self-judgment, and admit that at times in the past, we may have unconsciously blocked our own flow of prosperity. Fears, doubts, negative thoughts, or limiting beliefs that we have internalized throughout life may have acted as barriers, but the past is behind us. Today is a new day, a new opportunity to make different and more powerful choices. Consciously choose to release all fear related to money. Release every mental block that prevented you from receiving the financial abundance that is, by universal right, yours. From this moment on, begin to think, feel, and act like a truly prosperous person. How does such a person handle money? How do they see opportunities? How do they invest? How do they give? Embody this mindset. Act with the confidence and vision of someone who already lives in abundance, and not from scarcity and fear. By doing this, you will naturally attract more wealth with greater ease and fluidity. Declare with conviction, everything I put my energy and focus on prospers, and I am constantly surrounded by opportunities for growth and expansion. This is a powerful reprogramming of your self-image and your perception of the reality around you. If you actively choose to think and act like a wealthy person, cultivating a mindset of wealth and responsibility, enthusiastically affirm, my mind is perfectly tuned to the frequency of wealth and wise stewardship. Feel how this statement resonates with the truth of your unlimited potential. Declare that your financial growth is not limited by your current sources of income or circumstances. The universe, the source of life, is your true and inexhaustible source of provision, and its resources are infinite. Refuse to be constrained by what your physical eyes can see, for you walk by faith, that deep inner conviction, and not just by the limited vision of the material world. Trust that greater, benevolent forces are working behind the scenes, preparing blessings, fortunate coincidences, and financial breakthroughs that you may not even be able to conceive of right now. Trust that the right people, the right opportunities, and the resources you need are being drawn into your life right now in response to your new vibration, clarity of intention, and commitment to good stewardship. If you could have a mentor to help you manage and multiply your wealth, who would it be? It could be someone famous, a character, or describe their qualities. What would you ask them? This reflection may give you clues about the qualities you can develop yourself. Trusting in the unlimited provision of the universe is essential, but being a master at managing what you receive is what ensures that prosperity is a constant in your life. Allow you to enjoy it and use it to make an even greater impact on the world. Your new financial identity, wearing the mantle of wealth with naturality and purpose. History is full of inspiring examples. People who, regardless of their background or initial circumstances, rose to levels of great influence, achievement, and yes, financial prosperity. Know that the same driving force, the same capacity for transformation is available to you here and now. The universe does not operate based on favoritism. It responds to the vibration we emit, the faith we cultivate, and the aligned actions we undertake. The time has come to say a definitive stop to the chains of lack or limitation that may still try to hold you back. It is time to declare with a conviction that resonates in every cell of your body that wealth, in its broadest and most positive sense, is your new reality, your new normal. Your financial identity is changing, not by some random magic trick, but as a result of a conscious decision, a deep inner realignment, and a commitment to principles of abundance. Prosperity is becoming your natural state of being, not something to be desperately pursued, but something to be lived with grace and ease. From this moment on, begin to visualize yourself living in a state of overflow. Imagine yourself experiencing true financial freedom, not just the absence of debt and worry, but the abundant presence of resources that allow you to live fully, realize your wildest dreams, and contribute meaningfully to the world around you. If you were already living this financial freedom today, what would a typical day in your life look like? What would you do differently? Allow yourself to dream in detail. If you deeply believe that your financial reality is transforming into something much better, something that reflects your true value and potential, affirm with power and serenity. Wealth and abundance are my new, authentic reality. Feel the solidity of this affirmation. Feel how it fits perfectly with the prosperous and fulfilled person you are becoming, or rather, who you already are in essence. Understand deeply that money in itself is a form of neutral energy. It is a powerful tool that can be used to build or destroy, for good or for evil. With this clarity, make a commitment to use your financial resources to bless yourself, your loved ones, and the community at large. Become a generous giver, not out of a sense of obligation or to seek recognition, but out of pure joy, out of a genuine desire to share the blessings you receive and to make a difference. Always remember the universal law of flow. The more you give with an open, detached, and joyful heart, the more the universe finds ways to replenish you, often in a multiplied way. The cycle of prosperity, giving and receiving, will always be active and vibrant in your life, becoming stronger and more abundant with each passing day. Open your hands and heart to receive, knowing that what you receive is not just for your own selfish enjoyment, but also to create a lasting positive impact on those around you. Share your abundance with gratitude, and because of this generous attitude and commitment to the continuous flow, you'll transcend any possibility of lack. If you desire to be a channel of prosperity, a river through which blessings flow to nourish and uplift many, declare with sincerity and joy, I am a generous giver, and my blessings multiply when shared. Know that true prosperity is not just about the numbers in your bank account. It is a state of all-encompassing well-being that encompasses peace of mind, joy of heart, vibrant health, enriching relationships, and a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment in all areas of your life. Ask the universe to bless not only your finances, but your entire existence. May your mind be constantly filled with divinely inspired and creative ideas, your heart with overflowing gratitude, and your soul with deep, peaceful contentment. May the wealth you attract and create be used to build a life of meaning, purpose, and valuable contributions. Your prosperity is not a one-off event for today. It has the potential to positively impact future generations, creating a legacy of abundance, wisdom, and generosity. If you are ready to receive and experience prosperity in all areas of your life, aspiring to a holistic and integrated well-being, comment in your inner journal, or even out loud if it feels comfortable, I am fully blessed in every way and in every area of my life. Feel the completeness and truth of this multifaceted blessing. Declare that your financial environment and your environment as a whole is changing for the better. No longer will you be surrounded by energies of scarcity, negativity, or self-imposed or externally projected limitations. You become a magnet for prosperity, for successful connections with positive and uplifting people, and for a vibrant energy of growth. Those around you will also feel inspired and uplifted as they witness your transformation and flourishing. Your family, friends, and community will benefit from your financial breakthrough and will be motivated to claim their own prosperity. If you believe that your environment is transforming into an ecosystem of abundance, mutual support, and shared success, declare with confidence, I attract and create an environment of wealth, success, and positivity. And watch and wonder as your outer world begins to mirror this powerful new inner conviction. Ascension into a new financial reality is a journey of continuous transformation, with each step of faith and conscious action elevating you to new heights of well-being, fulfillment, and purpose. You are truly wearing the mantle of wealth with the ease of one who was born to do so. The divine fast forward, accelerating your journey to the promised land of prosperity. There is a natural rhythm to life, a time to plant, a time to cultivate, and a time to harvest. However, there are special moments in our journey when, after a period of dedicated inner work, alignment of thoughts and emotions, and inspired and consistent action, we enter a phase of remarkable acceleration. It is as if the universe has pressed a fast-forward button, and the fruits of our efforts begin to manifest with a speed, grace, and synchronicity that is truly astonishing. From this day forward, you will begin to see constant and increasing evidence of the universe's provision in your life. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. As ancient wisdom teaches us in various forms, when we first seek alignment with the highest principles of life, such as love, integrity, purpose, gratitude, and live in harmony with them, all good and necessary things, including material things, will naturally flow to us. Trusting in the greater plan of life and doing our part with diligence and faith ensures that we will be blessed in ways that often exceed our expectations. The universal promise is clear. Our needs will be met according to the limitless riches of the universe, to the power of love, wisdom, and our connection to Source. These are not just fancy words, but dynamic universal laws that we can trust with our hearts, minds, and lives. No matter the challenges we face, He invites us to seek Him, to pray with faith, and to trust in His answer. God is not indifferent to our pain. He hears us, sees us, and guides us with love and mercy. His promise to change our fortunes is not just a figure of speech, but an eternal truth that manifests itself in those who trust in Him with all their hearts. If you feel lost, unmotivated, or without strength, remember, the Creator of the universe has wonderful plans for you. Seek Him sincerely. Give Him your worries and allow His peace to fill your soul. The journey may be difficult, but the certainty that God is by your side makes each step lighter and full of hope. Trust and persevere, because the best is yet to come. Search God with all your heart, and thank you for watching the video until the end. This proves that you are on the right path. Do you want to check if you are already subscribed? Tell me here and share this video with someone that God showed you. Multiply, share, and thank. May God bless you. And until the next video, God continues the Bible motivation.